Hey, how are you? I'm coming at you tonight all pre-recorded because I'm super busy. Oh, I hit the wrong button here. We got the right buttons here. Hey, hi. All right, so what's happening is by the time you're watching this, or at least when this is posted, I'm at my mom's birthday because it's her birthday. Oh, now the doodles come in the room. I can't even get up because I'll show you mom's birthday card once I find it. So this is her card. Enjoy your day. And I'm going to put a happy birthday on there. So we'll do that tonight, actually. So I really should, actually, do the birthday. And I haven't got that far yet. And then we're going to do the card class for May. Because it just was done this week. So let's get started. Let's finish the happy birthday portion. I need a happy birthday. I should have a happy birthday. And I've got stamps and stuff everywhere because the night that I'm recording this, I'm doing a private party and I did a lengthy, intro to what's Stampin' Up! And a little bit about me and did a project and I went like all out, super detailed and hyper, and it's like, whoa, I got way too much to do tonight. So I'm just horribly getting organized here. Alright, at least get that put away. I'm just looking at this, see if there's anything here. I might not go with that. I got another stamp set. There, I'm going to do happy birthday from here. This is an older stamp set, but still a goodie. So let's go happy birthday, because happy birthdays are fun. And then I'm just going to use basic gray, I guess. Just change it up a bit. And then this card will be almost ready for tomorrow, or today, or technically the day that this is going. So there we go. That is completed. Give that a quick clean. And then we'll get to what tonight's video is. So if you're catching this at some point, we'll do the draws next week for this week and last week's video because literally life just gets in the way, but that's okay. That's a fun stamp set. Again, it's retired, but like the kitty cupcake and happy birthday cake. I thought of it because someone's asked me to do up a birthday card, and I'm like, I might very well use that. So this is almost ready, but I just need to work on that later. So, in case you're wondering, what's tonight? We're doing the card class replay because one of our participants unfortunately couldn't make it, and that's okay. Hey, stuff happens. We all get busy. We all have things that we do, including me, because I'm not here live tonight, and I apologize. It was just one of those weeks where I was going to record this ahead, and then things got out of hand and super busy, and yet here I am. So I'm just trying to get my desk a little more organized, because I'm a mess. Alright, so we got this card class. It's the Reach for the Stars theme, is what I had set out for. So we'll just do this in the order of when I did the class. So I'm just pulling what my sample is. And I got all these cool pieces to work with tonight. And I'll explain as we go. So I'm just getting everything kind of put aside. Kind of. My hands don't want to work tonight. Oh, it's been a long day. And it's going to be a long night. Because we're doing a crafting video. So, like, the night that I recorded this, I did the private party, which was awesome, but just took a while to get completed. And it's getting some sense of organization. Okay, so what we're going to need, a few things. Alright, I'll figure out as I go. Alright, we'll just get going here. So take your black card base, 8.5 by 5.5. Fold in half, so that gets you 5.5 by 4.25. Ta-da. Okay. And then, of course, a classic white on the inside. And then someone in a private party asked, do I usually leave them blank or do I put something on the inside? I'm like, generally I'll leave them blank until it's time to send it to someone. And then I'll put something on the inside. Because sometimes I'll look at a card and I like it kind of somewhat generic enough that it's when it's time to give it someone is when I decide, well, what am I going to say? Because this space card, Greetings Friend, this could be for anything. This could be friendship, birthdays, celebration. It could be almost anything. So I like to keep it fluid until it's time. Okay, so now you saw what we're making. So the next up is this piece of black cardstock again. I know there's something weird going on. So I have this embossed in a folder that I don't know what it is. I don't have it here, but it's like it's the splatter one. Oh, I love it. Okay, now we can see it. Oh, now we can finally see it. And I have on the sides Wink of Stella, just to really work that in. Oh, now I find the Wink of Stella I was looking for earlier. Just to give it a glitter. You won't see the center. So yeah, so this gets glued on with regular seal, or I say regular seal. And of course now I got trolls all over one of my Facebook pages. Wow, you have such a beautiful profile. It's not a profile, it's a page. Why can't they get the... So this goes kind of sort of centered. Like so. That way we can actually see it. There we go. So then next up, take this white piece and then the gold. So the white is, I had an IKEA ruler that I was using in my other video. Yeah, this is going really well. Let me get this somewhat fair. Yeah, I was at IKEA recently. I'm like, I'm gonna grab one of these rulers. This is actually useful for fluidly trying to do sizes. So the gold is 4.25 by 3. The white is apparently a lot bigger, 4.75 by 3.25. Okay, so I kind of went bigger on the white, but whatever, it still looks good. So essentially, glue the gold onto the white piece. And I'm just using regular glue for this portion. It appears I messed up my measurements when I cut all this, but it still looks good. Okay. And then that is going to go on with dimensionals onto the front of the card base. And I just like to press on the dimension. They're 3D foam pieces. That way it makes things a little more 3D on your card, which is a lot of fun. Alright, so then that gets glued on to the center as best you can. That way you have the silver shiny on the sides and that beautiful gold. Doesn't that just look so freaking cool? Alright, so from here we need a phrase, which I've already pre-done for myself, plus the black astronaut, because he just looks cool, he or she. And I need the phrase, Greetings Friend. So then this, I'm just going to put on with dimensionals for the hell of it. Go all on dimensionals tonight for portions of this. And then that goes onto the bottom corner, like so. And it's okay if it's a little bit way out there for layers. And then our astronaut's going to go on with dimensionals again. And then this was black ink, and then I had difficulty stamping it, so I went over it very fine detail with a colored pencil, black colored pencil, just to give it a little more with it, to help the image. So then There we go, our astronauts floating in gold. And then lastly for this card, I got 3 black stars that I die cut. So this is all Reach for the Stars in Stargazing Suite. That was from last year. So I should have said that in the beginning here, and I didn't. And I really love this suite. This is one that I just fell in love with. So majority of the pieces here are from that. The embossing folder for that was from something else, but it was still really, really nice. Alright, so I've got all these pulled out, so I'm just going to keep that stuffs in a pile. So I got these 3 stars. So then now, lay them on there. And then bring in some glue dots when I find them. There they are. And a pokey stick. To glue those stars onto my card. So glue dots are tiny little round adhesives. They're fun to use, and they're also a pain in the butt to use too. So I pull off a white cap, just like the dimensionals, and then I can, so there's a little, you can't see it, but there's a little glue dot on there, because the gold is making it harder. And there, that star that stays on. And of course, while I was moving that around, I lost the star. Of course, I had to lose a star. Oh, there it is. Now I lost the other one. Okay. Good one, kitty. Oh, I forgot to do something tonight. Shoot. I totally forgot to take my nighttime meds. We're gonna see me take it on camera. Oh boy. I forgot. Tonight's just been chaotic. It's been fun doing an online party. I haven't done one of those in a little while, so if you want to book a party, I would love to have you. I think it would be fun. That way I can do stuff like this. I'll show you the card I made for the party. So there we go, that's card 1. That looks really, really cool. Okay. Now here's the part where, sorry everyone, you're going to see something that you're not really supposed to see. I gotta be careful I don't knock that out of the room, because my doodles cannot have that, or else this is going to make a really short video. There we go. Done. Yeah, I totally forgot. Like, oh my god. Alright. Done. Okay. Card 1's done. That's actually pretty quick, actually. We're moving on quite nicely. Okay, so card 2. We'll do the second one. So I'm going to bring in some supplies. I should look at card 2, so I know what the heck I'm doing. I love this one. So I'm just bringing in the supplies, and I'll explain shortly. Okay, so card 2, another spacey theme. So I chose the space theme for May because I love Star Wars, and I'm like, it's a fitting idea. So then fold this in half. It's white card base, 8.5 by 5.5, fold in half, so it's 5.5 by 4.25. So I've got the space paper. It's orange on one side, but this side, you can't really see it, but there's a phrase. If I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have an entire galaxy. So I left myself with the not as great pieces, but still, I still love it. So then this, I'm just going to use, this is cut the same size as the card base, so 5.5 by 4.25. And I'm just going to glue it right on the front. This trick is great for if you don't have colored cardstock, and you also want to make sure your inside is good to go. This will work. And of course for the inside, grab a piece of white, thicken it up. There we go. Okay, so we got that. That looks really cool. Yeah, it's hard to see with the way it is. Alright, so then I have a batch of planets here. And I left myself edges. This was going to get interesting. So take some scissors and cut out each of the planets. So I'll work on that for a little while. This is the part where you're welcome to go get a cup of coffee or a tea or a beverage and join me in a little while. Because this takes time. And just kind of keep at it. I'm just going to separate some of these. Just makes it a little easier. I got big planet. So I left myself edges because I like using edges. It's a great way to maximize your designer series paper. So this is the stargazing paper. So essentially, here's the problem. A lot of this stuff is retired because it retired beginning of before May. But it's still good stuff. I just love these products. Okay, another planet. 2 more to go. One more. One little teeny tiny to go. And these little leftover pieces, I keep them because I'll cut them up and use them for confetti for shaker cards. I still have yet to do a shaker card. I've just been too darn busy to get around to one. It's just been that kind of a month. Okay, so I've got all that. I'm going to put my scissors away. Make a little bit of room. So let's bring back our card. My messy desk. So from now here is literally just start putting planets somewhere until I find what works and what doesn't. And some of these have to have certain edges because of where they are. And there we go. That's more or less the layout. So then next is bring in a combination of seal and glue dots and have fun here. You could use dimensionals, but I just don't feel it tonight for dimensionals. But it would work. That way the planets would really pop on the card. And it helps to have like an odd number of planets. And I think I do, but I could be wrong. But that's okay. Just try and get some good seal on that piece. And if you need to trim your planets or cut one planet in half, that is so totally allowed. That is no problem. Okay, so this little itty bitty one gets a glue dot or two. And one more planet. Yeah, my seal is giving me a bit of grief. Alrighty, so there we go. That's come along quite nicely. And then we're going to take our navy blue, the Knight of Navy starship. And then we've got a whole bunch of these die cuts of flames. So 2 of each. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over. Put seal on the back of the butt end of the spaceship. So on this side. That way you can actually see where I'm going here. There we go. And then from backwards, start building. So I got the ship. I got the smaller flame. I got another smaller flame. Okay. And then grab some bigger flames. And another bigger flame. And if I need more glue, I can put more glue on there. Actually, I'm just going to turn that a little better. And there we go. There's the flames on our spaceship. So then flip it over. And then put a dimensional right on that butt end. Just to kind of stabilize it a little better. And then just put dimensionals on there. And glue your spaceship to your card. Just make sure that phrase in the center, if you have one, is visible. That you're not going to cover it up accidentally. Key important here. Alrighty, so then how did I have this? I had this that way. There we go. And there is our second card. Really, really cool. I love it. And those flames look awesome too. That way it just really gives it some character. So then the third card, which is cool too, is bring the rest of the materials. And I'm just looking at my sample. So the third one, take a card base. All 3 card bases are the same size, 5.5 by 4.25 when they're folded. Consistency is key. And they're all portrait orientation, I realized tonight. Because like they asked my class last day or night, and I'm like, oh, they're all portrait. I didn't realize it until now. It's like, oh, okay. I kind of went portrait for all of these. Just to kind of swap it up, I guess. So then the white panel gets glued. So why do I do white on white? With the black one makes sense. But this, it actually thickens this a little thicker. Because otherwise it's slightly flimsy when you start building all the stuff on the top. So then take, let me get my bone folder one more time. Maybe it just needs a little more. There we go, good enough. Okay, so then take this piece of paper. That's nice too, actually. You know what, I'm going to swap it up. Okay, let me show you the final. The idea was this. I'm literally feeling this tonight. I'm going to try it. Like, I like this, but that way the background's a little lighter, but I want to see what this is going to look like the opposite way. I think that might actually be really cool. Okay. Oh, that might be really cool tonight. Or it might not be. Okay, so then next up, you get vellum. So vellum goes on there. And then ideally put vellum glue in the middle. So, why in the middle? Because it's going to be covered up. And that way, because otherwise, I'll show you in a sec. You can see that strip in the middle. That's the problem with vellum. You can really see your glue. Okay? So then next up, we got some holographic paper. And from the dies for the reach for the stars, that's going to go on. Oh, that looks cool. That's going to go on that with glue dots. Not glue dots, dimensionals. I should get my terminology right. I need scissors again, because now I got edges to cut here. The advantage of having dimensionals is you can use every little bit as needed. And you can cut these to whatever size you need them to be, which is super, super cool. We're moving on quite quickly tonight, eh? So what I'm saying is you can do the background either way. You can do this side or that side. It'll both work. Because I just realized now this looks so much better. Alright, so then purposely off skewing it. That way you've got that layer. Oh, that looks cool. Like, yeah, that looks cool. And then from here, two things. I've got one last planet by itself. Cut it out. Okay, there's my planet. And then reach for the stars, done in pumpkin pie, with the circles from the Reach for the Stars stamps. That way you can make your own planet circles, which I think is cool. So I just put some seal, and I'm just going to go on there, and then flip over. We're going to use dimensionals again. I'm just cutting 3, because that's my preference for when it comes to a circle. There we go. And then reach for the stars. I'm just going to off skew it. And then lastly, our Blackberry Bliss spaceship. So again, same thing with the flames that we did earlier. Exact same thing on the butt end of the ship. Put some adhesive. Put as much as you need. I think my tape runner's starting to run out. I'm having some problems with it. Just trying to get some little more glue on there. There we go. We got plenty of glue on there. So same as earlier. Just trying to fold back to one piece. Take the smaller flames and put them on the butt end. And then take the bigger flames and put them on as well. And if you need more glue, be generous. That way it goes on there quite nicely. There we go. I'm just going to pull that back a little. There we go. There's our flames. Really cool, eh? And, oh, now it's stuck to my finger. Ah, it's stuck to my finger. There we go. So then, get some dimensionals. And use as many as you need. There we go. And glue that on that way. And that's our final card. Quick and easy. And really, really cool. This is a quick video tonight. Woo! For once. I actually had a quick video. I am interesting. Alright. So then that gets glued on with dimensionals. And you know what? Actually, that looks really cool because I reversed the paper. So there we go. Those are our 3 cards for the class. Super, super fun. Really great set. I love this space paper. I wish it carried over, but it didn't. It is really, really nice. So I've got these. I've got those. I love the astronaut one. So there we go. There's our 3 cards from the class. And then in the private party, I made this really cute card using a picture from a magazine, the cats, and then let your light shine to kind of indicate, you know, be yourself, let yourself shine. And of course, I had to stick a little kitty on the inside. So not the greatest of layouts, but just as a quick, you know, showing that you don't have to have a whole whack of materials. You can still make something really cool. So there we go. Those are our projects. That was awesome. And I used a little bit of embellishments, the pastel pearls, 1, 2, 3. I probably could use some in here, but I'm okay. Anyway, so have a great night. Feel free to comment on this video. One of these will be up for a prize. This one is specifically a prize for the private party. because I just think that's really, really neat, just as a basic cutesy card. So yeah. Anyway, have a great night. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, comments, etc., please let me know. Have fun. Let me hit the right button.